All right, I think we're ready here then to get our semifinal started between Cardona and Gutierrez, who we've seen many times before. They've faced off many times, but they're also good friends on and off the court. So it's always interesting to see them compete against each other.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting seeing these guys. They're going to battle it out right now, and later on they're going to go tuck in and sleep with each other probably tonight in the same room. So pretty interesting factor. These guys are always playing each other and very friendly on the court as well.
Got Polo Gutierrez there in the bright orange, bringing his coordination and style to the court as usual. And Alex Cardona, sponsored by Gearbox. The official WRT ball is the Gearbox black ball.
It'll be interesting to see if Cardona can get his first win against Polo today.
That would be pretty huge for Cardona.
He had a pretty clean-cut match early on today. And let's see if he can keep it going and continue his run towards the finals. For those of you who didn't see our match earlier in the quarterfinals, we were all talking about how Cardona on the second week of a back-to-back tournament plays extremely well when he comes back on the second week.
He actually won the San Diego Open in 2013, and he's coming off a recent win at the San Antonio Open in December. And actually the weekend before that, he got knocked out pretty early at the Monterrey Open, which Polo Gutierrez won. So there's a lot of talent out there on the court right now, a lot of championships.
And I don't know if we can get it pulled up. Maybe we can get a little research on this before the end of the match and seeing if all of Cardona's tournament wins, if there was a tournament the weekend before. We'll find out maybe a little bit later if that is the case.
Get our stat team on that.
Skip. Point.
Skip for Polo.
4-0.
Very nice looking start by Alex Cardona.
Point.
Serving extremely well here in the first game.
5-0.
5-0 lead in game one.
Point.
Wow, Cardona playing extremely well right here early on. Drive serving right over that short line, not off the back wall. Polo having a very difficult time returning the ball.
Comes right out with 6 in a row
6-0.
here.
Side out.
Nice placement by Gutierrez for the side out.
0-6. Side out.
That's interesting. You don't see that very much from Polo, hitting himself with serve or making very many mistakes on the serve, especially on a drive serve. He either leaves it short or it's a pretty decent serve.
6-0. Side out.
Gutierrez keeping Cardona at his 6-0 lead. Let's see
0-6.
what Gutierrez can do here in the service box.
Point.
And a point for Gutierrez, his first so far here in game one.
These guys from the same city played each other a lot. You expect to see a lot of long rallies. They read each other very well.
Side out.
And another quick side out.
Ladies and gentlemen, all those who are playing their 6 o'clock
6-1.
checking to the tournament desk right now. Anyone who has a
Short, short.
please report to the tournament desk.
Short serve will get a second serve there.
Point. Seven one.
Polo Gutierrez having a very tough match earlier against a powerful Sebastian Franco, and does not get any breather from the power as he's seeing Cardona, who's going to be drive serving almost every serve here in this semifinal.
1-7. Skip. Point.
Skip for Cardona.
Point.
And 2 points in a row there for Gutierrez.
3-7. Point.
Three
Nice
in a
shot.
row.
Yeah.
Gutierrez making it look easy
4-7.
now.
Side out, side out. 2 bounces.
Refs calling 2 bounces. Gutierrez not in agreement. Cardona
7-4.
in his usual routine, taking his time up at the front, and now he's ready to serve.
Polo not shy to tell the ref that he thinks he's wrong. But right back in it, into play.
Oh, replay.
Look at a replay there.
7-4. Side out.
Now a couple skip balls by Cardona, keeping Polo in this
4-7.
first game.
Side out.
Kind of caught Gutierrez there like in a bit of a jam, I guess.
Yeah, I find it very interesting that Cardona has not beat Polo yet with how much power he has. Usually Polo biggest weakness is playing a power player that drive serves and kills the ball a lot, and that's exactly what Cardona
7-4.
is. Maybe it's just because they know each other's game style so well, and it could be a mental thing for Cardona.
True.
Point.
It doesn't help that Polo's an extremely good player, and there's a lot of players in this
8-4.
entire world that do not have a winning record against him. He has a winning record against a lot of top players in the entire world.
Point.
Point there for Cardona on an ace serve. His first so far of the game. Cardona 5 points in the lead here in game 1.
9-4. Point.
Amazing serving by Alex Cardona in this first game. Majority of his points coming from bomb drive serves. Near ace.
10-4. Side out.
Nice shot there from Gutierrez.
4-10.
Wow. That's
Side
a
out.
very, very nice wide angle.
10-4. Side out.
Side out for Gutierrez. Down by 6 here in game 1.
4-10.
What a rally here so far in game 1. The crowd showing some love.
Phenomenal rally from both players. Cardona missing a couple opportunities, had Polo running, and
5-10.
Polo somehow turned defense in the offense. Very difficult thing to do, and wins the point.
Nice defense from Gutierrez. Big cracks from Cardona.
Side out.
Side out for Cardona. Some really powerful hits there. Looks like he definitely had Gutierrez playing defense and won the side out.
Yeah, and he has Polo moving around the court. We talked about it last week. Jake did the same thing and was able to take Polo out for last week in a tiebreaker. And Cardona has a good start here, obviously with a 10-5 lead.
Point.
Just an incredible start here for Cardona in game 1, leading 6-0 and now still keeping that 6-point gap at 11-5.
11-5. Side out.
Side out from Gutierrez.
5-11. Short. Side out.
Pretty great rally there. Some nice gets from Polo, but a side out. Cardona back in the service box.
Cardona's bringing the hammer today in this semifinal. He's hitting the ball very, very hard and very cleanly.
11-5.
Like you said, after a rocky performance last weekend, he's coming out really strong here with
Point.
another ace serve. That's 2 so far in game 1 for Cardona.
Polo trying to say something happened weird with the ball or if it was short. I'm not sure, but that was a perfect serve. Referee calling it an
12-5.
ace. Now we're at 12-5. Cardona almost perfect here in this first game.
I think that's a point.
Point called and marked.
Point.
That's going to be 13-5. Cardona within 2 of closing out game
13-5.
1 here against Polo Gutierrez.
Short. Short, 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 short.
And a double fault for Cardona.
And as we're saying, he has having a perfect start here. He double faults at 13-5.
Oh, it's
See
the
if-
curse of the commentator, huh?
Point.
If anybody asked, I didn't say that.
I won't tell Cardona. But it will be preserved on our YouTube channel. If you go to youtube.com/World Racquetball, you guys can catch up on all of our past matches. We already have last week's Sonora Open up on our YouTube, so if you want to relive some of those moments, go ahead. And we'll get this tournament up there ASAP.
Point. 7-13.
Another point for Gutierrez. 7 serving 13.
Point.
And now Polo's within 5 in this first game. Timeout could be useful here for Cardona if he scores another point.
Skip.
Oh, ref's going to call a skip there for Cardona.
No timeout called by Cardona. Going to try to work it out on the court.
9-13.
This is about 3 points in a row for Gutierrez, I believe. 4. 3 or 4.
Point.
And
he has to call a timeout now, in my opinion. That's 5 points in a row. Now Polo's within 3. Huge run.
10-13.
This is big for Gutierrez.
Skip.
And a skip from Gutierrez. And I think there you saw, well, I noticed a little bit of the strategy. Again, we said we have to keep Polo moving. If Polo's just standing there, he can get to so many balls from the middle of the court. But once he starts moving, I think that's where some of the elements come into play that Cardona can really hone in on.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
13-10.
Wow.
Point.
Wow, what a great little point there for Cardona. That's going to make it game point here for Alex Cardona. Nice rally there at the front of the court.
That's such a tough play. I mean, Polo has the shot from less than 2 feet away from the front wall, and somehow Cardona wins that point. I mean, it's very rare you see a professional player lose a point that has a shot that close to the front wall. Great play by Cardona.
I think that's something that we see often from Cardona is his movement and his ability to get to the ball and stay on top of it.
Oh!
There's
Screen.
a fault. Screen serve called. Cardona's serving for game point.
Side out.
Side out for Gutierrez with an opportunity here to catch up. The last time he was in the service box, he had about 5 in a row, which would do it. That would give him the game right there. So see what Cardona does on the receiving.
Short.
And right when we were saying that Cardona's having a perfect start and playing flawless, Polo runs 5 off in a row, and we have ourselves another first game again.
Point.
Another point for Gutierrez.
11-14.
Oh,
Nice.
some amazing movement by Polo Gutierrez right there.
And
That first get was unbelievable.
I think that was nice placement from Cardona too, you know, really sensing where Gutierrez was and pushing it all the way to the back of the court there. This will be Cardona's second game point serve in the first game of our semifinal match. The winner of this match will continue on tomorrow to the finals against Anthony Herrera at 12 noon PST.
Side out.
Oh,
And another side out.
Yeah, this is not looking good right now for Cardona. I think for this match right now, Cardona has to win this game to win this match. If he blows a big lead like this, it's very, very, very difficult for a player to stay mentally tough and solid after losing a lead like that.
Short.
It's a short serve. And another side out for Alex Cardona. This will be his third game point serving opportunity here. Let's see if he can capitalize that and close out game one, which would give him a chance to take his first win over Polo
14-11.
Gutierrez.
Skip ball, Polo Gutierrez.
Game number 1.
Alex Cardona with the first game win. Very, very important win for Cardona.
Final score 15-11 here in game one. We're going to take a quick break and hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back for game two. And we're back live here in Game 2 of our semifinal match between Polo Gutierrez and Alex Cardona. Alex Cardona taking Game 1 15-11, which
0-0.
we're saying here in the commentator's box is a big win for Cardona. He's never beat Polo. They've played numerous times against each other. They're from the same city. They're friends. This could be a really big win for Cardona. We're in Game 2. First point goes to Polo Gutierrez.
And I'll say one thing here in the start of this second game is that Polo has all the momentum. Although Cardona won that first game, Polo made a bunch of runs there, and he has most of the momentum coming into the second game. I won't be surprised if this goes tiebreaker.
Side out.
Side out for Gutierrez, still 1-0.
Side out.
Oh my, that was really, really good shot. Polo hit a pretty good serve and just steps over and pinch roll out.
0-1. Point.
And a point for Cardona. It's going to tie up Game 2 here at 1-1. Alex Cardona is a Reaching Your Dream Foundation player. That means
1-1.
he gets support from the Reaching Your Dream Foundation, which is set up to help professional players reach their dreams. It gets pretty tough there, paying for all the fees and travel as a pro, and so the Reaching Your Dream Foundation is set up to help those players get there. And Bobby, you're also a Reaching Your Dream Foundation player as well, is that correct?
Yeah, it's a awesome thing for a lot of us young players, myself, Cardona, and numerous of other players that have been able to take advantage of being a part of the foundation, and it's helped us a lot. We're all here because of it.
If you guys want to find out more about the Reaching Your Dream Foundation, you can go to reachingyourdreamfoundation.com or give to, that's the number 2, rydf.org. Check that out and help grow the sport of racquetball and help these pros reach their dreams. We'd like to thank them for supporting the tournament here this weekend as well.
Point.
Big rally here so far in Game 1. Game 2. Alex Cardona taking Game 1, 15-11.
Point. Point.
Oh, and that's really, really good. I mean, you can't hit any better than that. Making it look extremely easy.
Gutierrez turned pro in 2001. I think that's how he makes those shots look easy, I would say. But he also, something unique about Polo, which we usually point out, is his grip. It's a little bit more similar to a tennis player's grip, and gives him a bit of an advantage over his opponent sometimes.
Oh, and that wide angle by Cardona is perfect. Kind of a flick wide angle and sets up that easy point right there. He needs to use that. He used that a lot in the first game, and he had a big lead because of he was hitting good drives and good wide angles around Polo.
Two, 5. Short.
Short serve call.
Short.
Cardona with his aggressive serving here tonight. It was working for him in game 1.
Point. Three, 5. Point.
Another point for Cardona. That's 2 in a row
4-5.
as he creeps up the board here within 1 of tying it up in game 2.
Skip. Point.
Oh, and you don't see that very often. Polo skipping a shot from 4 feet away from the front wall. Big, huge plum. That's what we call it in racquetball, a plum.
Oh, that's a new term I haven't heard yet, a plum. All tied up here in
5-5.
game 2, 5-5.
Short. Skip.
And another skip from Gutierrez. That puts Cardona in the lead for, I believe, the first time so far in game 2.
Polo, a few unforced
6-5.
errors, gives Cardona the 6-5 lead.
Short.
Nice skip from Cardona. Again, Cardona there with that short return.
Great rally.
Great rally between these two. Cardona hitting the floor a couple times, getting up and getting to every ball. That speaks to his athleticism and footwork,
5-6.
but in the end, Gutierrez winning that rally and back in the service box now.
Slide out.
Some serious frustration from Polo. You don't see that too much. I mean, we've seen him, you know, get frustrated, talk back, but interesting display of emotion there.
Yeah, like any player on the court, when you're going through ups and
6-5.
downs of racquetball, you're going to show a little bit of frustration. Polo, not too happy. He's not playing the greatest right now. He's missing some shots that he normally makes.
Skip. Point.
And another unforced error for Gutierrez.
Yeah.
Very uncommon.
And
Timeout.
that's a great timeout by Polo. Missed a bunch of shots here in this next part of the game, and a very, very good timeout.
WRT 2015 San Diego Open, presented by Gearbox Racquetball. This tournament made possible by Sorrento Valley Racquetball and Fitness Center, the Reaching Your Dream Foundation, OHE Painting and Wall Covering, Cox Business, Alberto's Mexican Food, Antoinette Embry, Sonnenberg and Company CPA, C. Mianowski and Associates, THX Transport.
And we're back here in game 2. Alex Cardona in the lead, 6-5 after winning game 1, 15-11.
Side out.
Another
Skip by
skip
Cardona.
there. Oh, that one by Cardona.
5-7. Side out. Side out.
And right away with a side out.
During that
Cardona.
timeout, we went through the sponsors, and you guys see them a lot here in this tournament. If you guys are in the area or in any
7-5.
way, shape, or form able to support them, please support them. They help us have this event, and we'd really appreciate it as players and as fans.
Very
we can have
grateful
this
to
event
all
again.
of our support here. It's been a great tournament in San Diego so far this weekend.
And Cardona, I believe, just scored another point.
I believe that makes the score 7 serving 5.
8-5.
8 serving 5. Excuse us.
Thank you.
Side out.
And we now have 5 serving 8 as Polo gets a side out with a nice lunging pinch.
5-8. Skip.
And another skip for Gutierrez. That's 4 so far here in game 2. 4 skips for Gutierrez.
8-5.
Nice skip by Cardona. Ooh,
Side out.
that was a good rally. Lots of good reads there from Cardona, and just Polo, though, in the end with the best shot.
Polo has a little bit of frustration look on his face, wondering how Cardona's getting to half of the shots that he's hitting.
Replay.
Replay there.
Point.
Point for Gutierrez. A little
6-8.
frustration from Cardona. Gutierrez closing the gap now within 2 of tying it up in game 2.
Side out. Eight, 6. Short.
Short serve. Ooh.
Play over. Eight, 6.
Polo Gutierrez back in the service box. We've seen a nice
6-8.
start here for Cardona. We've been talking about his performance here at the San Diego Open, and something interesting to note, both he and Herrera kind of got knocked out early in the last tournament last weekend in Sonora, but both fighting really hard here today. It would be interesting, I think, to see Cardona versus Herrera in the finals. What's your take, Bobby?
Yeah, that's a great point. And it also shows a lot of people last tournament had good tournaments that got knocked out early.
8,
Jake
6.
Bredenbeck,
Yep.
myself, obviously Polo made the final, and he's here. He's pretty consistent semifinalist and finalist the majority of the time. But Cardona and Anthony both were out early last week, and they're in almost close to a final for both of them here. We'll see if Cardona can close it out. It's not even close to over yet, but it's definitely an interesting little fact.
I like to drop those in every once in a while there.
9,
Yeah,
6.
and Andre Pereira is another one. He made the semis last week and then lost in the quarters this week. So it shows how physically demanding
Short.
and how much focus you have to have 2 weeks in a row, especially when you're traveling both weeks, to have multiple good events.
Absolutely.
Speaks volume for Polo.
Skip. Point.
And another skip for Gutierrez. That's a point for Cardona. Takes him to 10-6. I feel like sometimes in racquetball, 10's the magic number. Not like first to 10, but I feel like there's a different feeling once you hit 10 points.
Yeah, an interesting way to go about games. You play games to 5 in your brain, and sometimes it helps you just kind of relax and not think about scoring 15.
Point.
Long rally here between the two, and then Gutierrez skipping it at the end. Pretty rough here for Gutierrez with a lot of skips. I'd say he's in the Munoz range right now for skips so far here in the semifinals.
Yeah, these two semifinals really showing how important it is to not skip the ball. In any match here in any professional match, you're gonna have to not skip the ball and be consistent. Something I've learned in the recent tournaments.
I mean, I guess in a sense it's a giveaway of points, would you say?
Sorry?
Kind of giving away points with unforced errors and things that you would normally be able to control.
Absolutely. You're either giving up points that you could be scoring if you're skipping on your serve, or you're giving your opponent easy points. It's even worse if you're returning and you skip points, because that's just free points towards your loss. So when you're skipping, you're not putting yourself in a good position to win racquetball matches at all.
And we've talked about that a little bit, you know, off the court on the side, how important it is when you're practicing to make sure you're not skipping balls, you're actually making good shots. It's not really, I don't know, just about power. What's your take on that?
It's all preparation, really. I mean, practicing is all you're doing is getting prepared for a tournament. So if you're practicing not skipping the ball, like you said, you're right on point on that. You have to practice to do it in the tournament, or you'll be inconsistent in succeeding at that.
Short serve for Cardona. We'll get a second serve. Leading 5 points in game 2. And a double fault, which we saw once before in game 1 from Cardona.
And our already in finalist Anthony Herrera is a perfect example. Last week couldn't stop skipping, lost early. This week playing amazing, not skipping the ball, and is now in the finals.
Nice shot from Gutierrez. Right down the line. Gives him 2 points in a row here.
Eight, 11. Point.
Great shot by Polo. The last tournament Polo won was Monterey, I believe?
Yes.
Okay, nice. Looking for another win here. Trying to get to the finals.
Point.
4 points in a row for Polo Gutierrez, within 1 now of tying it up. Alex Cardona's going to take a timeout. We're going to take a break too and hear from our sponsors, so stick around, we'll be right back. And we're back live here in game 2 of our semifinal match between Polo Gutierrez and Alex Cardona. Cardona leading here in game 2. Polo with, I forget, it was just 30 seconds ago, but 4 points in a row, I believe, before Cardona calling that timeout.
Point. 11-11.
Tied up now, 11-11.
Point.
Wow. Big rally there. But again, I think we didn't see
11.
Cardona forcing Gutierrez to win, and I think that's kind of essential.
Point.
6 in a row. Cardona in some hot water now.
13-11.
Obviously frustrated. And Gutierrez 2 away from taking game 2 and sending this to a tiebreaker. Another big rally between these guys. Cardona there maximizing on making Gutierrez move and winning the rally.
11-13. Point.
And a point for Cardona. Another nice rally.
12-13.
12-13 now in game 2.
Short.
Short serve by Alex Cardona.
Side out.
Just out of Cardona's reach. That's going to be a side out for Gutierrez.
13-12.
Nice get from Polo. A lot of defensive plays there from Gutierrez and a side out for Cardona.
Yeah, great shot. I would like to see Cardona switch up his serve a little bit here. Obviously go with the drive serve, but maybe mix in a Z serve. He's gone straight into the right and straight into the left corners each time. Give Polo a different look, maybe stand somewhere in the box a little bit different, or just mixing that Z, kind of just keep Polo a little off balance compared to right now. He's returning that serve very well.
I think the deeper we get into game 2 here, the longer the rallies, like you predicted.
Point.
And an ace for Cardona to tie it up at 13-13, getting some oohs and ahs here from the crowd. That's his 3rd ace of the match.
13-13. Point.
Wow. A point for Cardona. This is his first match point and very exciting, I'm sure, for him at this opportunity to take out Polo Gutierrez, who secured himself earlier today with the #1 position. And I'll have to check the numbers. If Cardona is to go to the finals and win, I believe he could go back into the #1 position, but we'll get some confirmation on that. I'm getting some no's. I'm getting some shaking, but that will put it back into #2. Short serve. Cardona serving match point.
Side out.
Side out for Gutierrez.
Wow.
Side out.
What a shot by Alex Cardona. Running splat rollout. And he gets himself match point #2. Kind of interested to see Cardona's reaction if he scores this point.
14-13.
Match point número 2 for Cardona.
Game.
Wow, and that's the match. Alex Cardona defeating Polo Gutierrez for what I believe is the first time. That's going to push him through to the finals. That means the final match tomorrow is going to be Alex Cardona versus Anthony Herrera. That's tomorrow at 12 noon. I think we're going to take it down to Joe Napodi on the court, who's going to take a talk with Cardona and Gutierrez.